Hey guys, LootWizard here with another video on Gems of War, and we're going over part 2 of community teams. So what I did was that first video on community teams, I went through the comment section, I chose teams out of that comment section that you guys posted, and we're going to be taking a look at them in this video. So it's going to be fun. Let's go over some of these teams. So JF, he posted like 3 teams, I think, but I only chose 2 out of there. And you can go back and you can read the comments on that video just to see what he said. But these 2 teams are really good, I think. He's got a green team, which can be used for Guild Wars Green Day, but you can use it for just general PvP as well. We have Essence of Evil here. Great weapon to inflict all negative status effects, mana generation. King Gobtraffle is going to be doing damage to all enemies, mana generation. Merilith is mana generation, and the Arachnean Weaver is going to do true damage, and if they die, it will explode 15 gems, plus it's going to web. So there's a lot of disabling negative status effects going on with this team, as well as a lot of mana generation. So I really do like those 2 things combined. Good job, JF. This is a fun team. I was playing around with it a little bit earlier. I did choose the Titan class. I don't think that he specified which class to go with, but I chose Titan. But it looks like it'll work with any class. As for the banner, I'm using double green and blue. So let's go in and do a battle, and you can see how this thing works. So now I do have a level 100 Titan class, so that means that I selected Lightning Strike at level 70, which means that I'm going to explode 1 more gem whenever I get a 4 match like this, and that is really good for getting mana generated as well. So also for metals, I'm using at least 2 metals of Orpheus and for cleansing, and then I like to put in there something else, like Metal of Anu for 20% starting mana. I think that's what I have on this one. So anyway, here we got Essence of Evil up. I'm going to go ahead and cast this on his hero class. And then we got our Weaver up down here, so we might as well cast that, do some damage, and web them. Connect that skull. It looks like the hero died from a death mark. That's cool. And we're going to use Merilith here, which is going to destroy 28 gems. Lots of mana generation. That's beautiful. And let's go ahead and use Gobtraffle again. And we can use it again. And we could use it again. But, yeah, we're not quite. This is 35. If it was 36, I'd cast it so we could get that. But let's go ahead and cast the Gobtraffle here again. And we'll finish everything off with the Weaver. So that's a pretty solid team. I like the combination of all the mana generation plus the negative status effects and the looping potential with King Gobtraffle. So good job, JF. That was a really good team. Really fun. So yeah, let's check out the other one he's got. And I call this one the Tina Tuliao because he's got Tina 9000 in here and Tuliao. And I don't know if I'm saying the name of this troop right, but I'm sure some of you can correct me in the comments below. But this troop is really great for mana generation. I've been using this troop quite a bit myself in some of the teams I've been putting together. What it does is you can choose a mana color and then enchant all allies of that color and give them 6 mana, and then that is boosted by the color of gems on the board. Pretty low mana cost, 13. So in his team setup here, he's going with Mountain Crusher at the top, main mana generator, and then Tuliao here for the secondary mana generator. Then we have Tina 9000, and then you have Apothecary down here for yet another mana generator, plus it will cleanse, so that's good too. And Apothecary is going to create the brown to fill up the Mountain Crusher and the Tina 9000. And then Tuliao here is going to, we can select the mana color green, and it will enchant these 3 troops. It'll enchant itself and the 2 below it. So let's go in and check it out. Now right away we have a skull match, so guess we'll take that. We got some mana that just dropped down and filled up our Tuliao here. So I'm going to go ahead and select green, and boom, we have those 3 enchanted. Mana is already high up there. Now let's see if we can get a 4 match. It looks like we got green here, or we got purple, where we can get 4 matches with brown. So let's do purple, because I want to save that green for Tuliao there. And yeah, now we can use Mountain Crusher, and pretty much everything is full at this point. And we'll just cast Tina 9000 and just destroy stuff like crazy. We can use Tuliao there again and get all those enchanted. Beautiful. So now let's do blue here. That should fill up Tina 9000. Cast that, and everything is dead. So yeah, once again, that's a really great team too. And wow, look at that. We got a pet match here. Pet battle. I'll have to do that after the video. Those things pop up unexpectedly sometimes. So yeah, that's a good team right there. And for the banner, I'm using double brown and green because the brown is obviously what we're creating with Apothecary, and it's the main color that's going to fill up our Mountain Crusher and our Tina 9000. I'm using Titan class again, but this team looks like it would work with pretty much any class that you want to use. So yeah, those 2 teams really good from JF. Then we have a team here from Bouche Park, and hopefully I'm saying your name right. But this is another one that's pretty good, although it does require 2 mythic troops, and King Gobtruffle is a legendary, so it's pretty intense with the rarity of troops here, but it is fun. So he is recommending to go with the Archer class on this one. I'm using double green and 1 brown banner. It's Mountain Crusher, King Gobtruffle, Yasemin's Chosen, and the Possessed King. So let's go in and do a battle, and let's see how this one works. Alright, so we have here, and as you can see, I do have the Medal of Anu because these are starting with a 20% mana. I think I'm going to go ahead and take the brown here so I can get Mountain Crusher up, and hopefully that'll give us a good head start here. Once we get King Gobtruffle powered up and Yasemin's Chosen, things are going to go really, really smooth. And we do not have any brown. We don't have any green. We don't have any blue. Sometimes the gems just don't fall in your favor. Let's see here. We could match a skull, but I really want to get this brown. And there we go. We got Yasemin's Chosen up. So this is going to do scatter damage. Then it's going to create 10 green gems, and it will entangle an enemy on a green gem match. And obviously that green is going to go right into our Gobtruffle here. And we can just keep cycling this with Yasemin's Chosen and the Gobtruffle. As long as the Truffle powers itself up, you can just keep doing that until it doesn't, and then you could either use Mountain Crusher or Yasemin's Chosen to create some mana there for the Goblin, the King Goblin. Alright, so yeah, that's a good team. I do like that. Again, it does look like you could use any class with that as well. But he recommended Archer on that one. Now, moving on here, I have 2 teams from Shinyori. Shinyori recommended this team, although this team has been floating around a lot, but it's still a really good team. It's actually one of the most cost-effective, powerful teams that you can do, but you do have to craft this weapon here. Or get it in an event. So if you don't have this weapon, you could still try to make the team work with like Mountain Crusher, but you will have the yellow storm that the Stormcaller class is creating every turn. You'll have the brown storm kind of fight with the yellow storm a little bit. So, but if you don't have the Nimbus bow here, you could use Mountain Crusher. And this team, really any team that has multiple Guardian troops in it is going to usually do pretty well, just because all of these Guardian troops have this give 4 to all skills on all of whatever ally type that the Guardian troop is on a 4-gem match. So if you can consistently get 4 or 5 matches with any of these Guardian troops, it's going to be a really fun team. But Shinyori said this team was really fun, and it is. So, you can see every time we're getting these 4 or 5 gem matches here, like the skills, now it's up to 77 damage on these. And the attack damage is going up. The other thing that's nice about the Finesse Guardians, too, is that if there's an active storm, it says right here, if there is a storm, give 6 mana to all other allies. So essentially, if you have 3 of them like this, you can simply cast, and you can see this top one has 6 mana now. And if I cast this third one, the top troop just got full mana. So those finesse troops do, if you're using it with the Stormcaller class and you have that fully traded, you got that storm constantly active, every time you cast your finesse troops, it's going to give 6 mana to all the rest of your allies. So that's amazing. It's really fun to use those finesse troops. So, good team there. Shinyori, definitely fun. And then this is a fun defense team that Shinyori recommended in the comments as well. So I put this up here because this is pretty fun. It's not really a attack team, it's a defense team. It doesn't have a hero class in it. And it does require the Magnus legendary troops to be fully traded in order for this to work to its intended capacity. So what I mean by that is the last trait will inflict a random status effect on a 4 or 5 gem match. This is a negative status effect. So every 4 or 5 match that you get in gems, it's going to inflict the enemy with a negative status effect. So we're going to probably lose this battle, I'm sure. But just to demonstrate what happens, let's see if we can get ourselves a bunch of 4 or 5 gem matches. And that's why the troll is up here, because it'll double a certain color on the board, and that will allow those 4 or 5 matches to really... Now we're at 7. I wish I could get that higher, right? Let's hope for a 4 match. There we go. So right here, as you can see, Burning went on the top troop and Stun went down here. We're going to get another 4 match. And the reason why there's 3 in here is because what we're doing is every 4 or 5 match that we get, it's actually 3 negative status effects are going to hit the enemy troops. Because of we have 3 Magnus troops over here. So that's really the whole part of this team. So let's go ahead and multiply them. Gems again. Lots of negative status effects. As you can see, we have Death Mark here, and it's silenced. It's stunned. It's frozen. Down here, this is frozen, Fairy Fired, and silenced. This is webbed. I just wish Mountain Crusher up here would be the one that was silenced, because that would be much better for us. But essentially, I mean, you can cast these Magnus troops here to do some damage. But essentially what you're going to want is just keep doing this. Keep applying those negative status effects. And that's why this is mostly a defense team. Because this is what's going to happen to an attacking team. Okay, if you have this in your defense and you try to attack this, what the enemy team looks like right now, that's what your team could look like if you're attacking it. So, yeah. And let's just double the brown on the board again. Yay, more negative status effects. Look at this. They're all burning, bleeding, entangled. We can just cast these and we'll end them. And we actually did win. But as you can see, that's pretty powerful how disruptive that team is. So, yeah, I think that's a really good defense team. Really annoying, but you know, if you want to if you want to annoy people that are attacking your kingdom, then yeah. So yeah, Shinyori, good defense team there, pretty fun. Using Rock Troll, the 3 Magnus troops. Banner, I'll do purple, double purple and 1 brown, just so that the purple is going for Rock Troll and the brown will go for the rest. Yeah, so great team there, and we got one more here with Draco Beats. So Draco Beats suggested this team. He said he was having a lot of fun with it. Gogotha, and then we have Essence of Evil again, and Yao Gai here, which is a really great legendary troop. And at the end, we have the Possessed King, and we're going to use it mostly for the mana generation of exploding 2 random gems on every 4 or 5 match. I don't remember if Draco suggested a class, but I'm using Titan with double brown and 1 yellow for Gogotha there. Alright, so what we're going to do is we could try to go for green, or we could just go for blue, or brown, I mean, to get Gogotha up. But right here, we got a little convenient thing because we can take green and brown at the same time. And we got our Gogotha up. So I'm going to go ahead and cast that. Lots of good mana generation going on here. Lots of good mana generation. So we got Divine-ish bottle over here. That could cause us some trouble. So I'm going to go ahead and hit it with the Essence of Evil weapon. And then we got a lot of purple here. Let's convert that with Yao. Yao is totally full again. Whoa, we had a bunch of skulls coming down. I was going to finish them off with Yao, but yeah, no. Yeah. That's fun when things start popping around. A lot of that popping was because of the Possessed King, the exploding too. Let's see if this team can beat the, here's a team right in PvP right now, one that we showed off with the Nimbus Bow and 3 Finesse. Let's see if Draco Beats team can actually beat this 3 Finesse team. So first thing we want to do I want to take yellow right away, but I got to get that skull out of the way. Yeah, never underestimate the power of the Essence of Evil. Because, yeah, it can shut down any troop, just like I did with that Finesse troop. Took out that first Finesse. Let's go ahead and use Yao. And then we can use the Possessed King. Hit it with another skull match. We can use the Essence of Evil. And another skull match. And we used the Possessed King on it, transformed it. And there we go. We did beat it. So even though that other team is really powerful, it just goes to show you the Draco Beats team here is actually pretty darn powerful too. So, alright, that's it for the teams that were on that video. I am going to show off one team that I'm really enjoying right now, and then I'll end the video. But I just want to say here, thanks to all of you guys for posting on that video. And same thing with this one. If you guys want to have other teams besides these that you want to share with everyone, I will probably make a third part of community teams, selecting from some of those. So feel free to post your teams and share them in the comments below. Okay, so let's take a look at my team here really quick that I want to share. I'm having a lot of fun with this. Of course, I'm rocking Dawnbringer here, so I know not everyone has this, but it does work really well with this team. I am using the Stormcaller class, so we're going to have constant yellow gem matches coming down because we're going to have that light storm going. And the other thing is Stormcaller class is a Strix, and with Finesse, we're going to be getting 4 to all skills on all 4 gem matches for Strix allies. So both this Finesse troop and my Dawnbringer right here will be getting extra magic. And then as you can see here, that this is already, the damage on Dawnbringer is already boosted by yellow allies, and since I'm using 3 yellow allies, the damage is boosted even more. So the whole strategy with my team here is we want to get I missed that 4 match with my the whole strategy is you want to get Gogotha here up as quickly as possible so you can explode the board. If your Dawnbringer gets up before that, good, you can cast it. That'll give barrier to everything. And we can just explode stuff. And then we can use our Dawnbringer once again. And we'll go ahead and explode the board. We got lots of yellow coming down, which means we're getting lots of those 4 matches. And yeah, it's a really fun team because you got all that yellow. You got the 4 matches with the Finesse Guardian, adding extra skills in there. So yeah, fun. Yeah, so that's it for this episode of Community Teams on Gems of War. So thanks for watching, guys, and thanks for sharing your teams with us. Yeah, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Later.